John is a New York cop with a tough temper and a tendency to get into trouble. He flies to Los Angeles to reconcile with his wife, Holly. Holly works at Nakatomi Corporation, where a fancy Christmas party will be held that evening. But who would have thought the holidays would turn into a nightmare for everyone but our John? Hans Gruber enters the stage. Hans and his gang of 12 take over a skyscraper and take all the hostages. Why? Well, certainly not for fun. They've got, $640 million in bonds. It's not like there are presents under the Christmas tree. While Hans demands access codes from the head of the company, our John hides and watches. Then he does what he does best. He takes action. John tries to call the police on the radio, but the dispatchers think it's some kind of prank. The LAPD sends in a checker, Sergeant Al Powell, the kindest cop in town. Al goes quietly, with donuts and Christmas cheer. But John decides it's too boring and drops a dead body right on top of the sergeant's car. Spectacular greeting, isn't it? After that, the building is surrounded by police officers, and our FBI friends decide they're in charge now. This, of course, leads to utter chaos, but who cares when McClane is up there somewhere giving the terrorists a real hell? Meanwhile, Hans continues his villainous maneuvers. He kills the company boss, ruins the plans of the police, and his hacker burglar Theo opens the safe with such enthusiasm as if it were a New Year's present. But John isn't one to give up. He runs through broken glass, throws C4 down the elevator shaft. Especially impressive is the moment on the roof. Hans planned to blow up all the hostages, but John, at the very last moment, foiled his plans. The final scene is quite something. John walks out to Hans and his last buddy with an empty machine gun, smiles, and starts laughing. Hans thinks he's finally won, but no such luck. John pulls out the gun taped to his back and saves the situation. Hans falls from the 32nd floor. And the cherry on the cake is when Holly punches the reporter in the face. This guy has been annoying her all night, so it's well-deserved. In the finale, John and Holly leave with Argyle in a limo. The town is calming down. Snow, or something that looks like snow, is falling from the sky, and bells are quietly ringing. It's a Christmas they will definitely never forget, and neither will we.